Hi, this is Angela Moorad at Amazing Kids AAC Consulting. Well, I went ahead and took the plunge and decided to update my least used iPad to iPadOS 16.1 in order to try out some very specific things that I'd seen, but I didn't want to risk my other iPads just in case there's any glitches. So one of the reasons I did that is I had seen mention of an iOS Vietnamese voice, which I immediately thought of CoughDrop because folks had primarily been using CoughDrop for Vietnamese over on Android because iOS, Apple had never had a voice for that language. Well, they finally added one. It's just one right now. Maybe they'll expand in the future, but right now, under iPad and iOS 16.0 and higher, there is one female adult Vietnamese voice. So at least there's an option. So what I've done here is I have Quick Core 60 here in English. I have Spanish, which I had already had, and I went ahead and translated, used the Google Translate option within the app to translate into Vietnamese. Now, if you were really going to use this with a user, it's critical that you have a native speaker of that language review both the translation and the symbols to make sure that everything's accurate and culturally relevant and appropriate. But I'm just demoing this just to show what the voices sound like. So I'm going to do yes and no because I know what those are.
Yes. No.
So that's Ella. And then I'm going to go over to Spanish.
Sí. No.
And then I'm going to toggle over to Vietnamese.
Vâng. Không.
So, exciting stuff. I will tell you, so if you wanted to say,
I want
to eat, and maybe there's something in Vietnamese foods that you wanted to eat.
Phô mai.
If you tap on the sentence, the message window,
Yêu hoàn hít phô mai.
it only uses the voice that is associated with the board that you're on at that moment. So I'm going to toggle back over to English.
I want to eat phô mai.
Which I don't know how accurate that is, but you could toggle back and forth that way. It at least maintains the content of the message window. It doesn't support true code switching where it could switch between multiple languages and have more than one voice within one message. But very exciting stuff because now we're not just limited to Android for Vietnamese. There is an iOS Vietnamese voice.